Our video today is covering the circle tool exercise number 1. That's where you'll find the assignment to submit it. You'll see the design up on the screen in front of us. We're going to start off with a sketch. We're going to be on the front back plane. Okay. We're going to draw a 60 millimeter center diameter circle. The center of the circle will be the origin. We'll offset it a -5 millimeters. Finished sketch, we'll extrude it across the distance of 20 millimeters. We're going to create our first construction plane. Now, normally this would be an offset plane, but actually in this class, since I've redone some of the curriculum, our first construction plane is going to be a tangent plane. So we're going to create a tangent plane up on the surface up here of our cylinder. We're going to sketch on that tangent plane, and we're going to create a rectangle that is 10 millimeters wide and at least 60 millimeters long. From the origin there, it's going to be a center rectangle, and we're going to cut down and use that rectangle to cut down into our design 30 millimeters, creating this opening. And that will complete our design. So let's go ahead and get started. There it is completed. Let's create sketch. As I'm opening a new canvas. Front back plane. I'm going to close the data panel. Create sketch. Front back plane. So it's the XZ. Create circle, center diameter circle, keyboard shortcut of C. Here's the shortcut in the toolbar. Our first circle, 60 millimeters in diameter. Enter. Let's go modify, offset. There's my shortcut. Select the circle, -5 millimeters. Enter. Finish sketch, and let's extrude. I'm just going with E. Select my profile, 20 millimeters. Click OK. So I've got the basis. Now, I can't sketch on this rounded surface. If I go create sketch, it's not going to let me select that surface to draw the cutout. So let's go construct tangent plane. I'm going to create a secondary plane, or a plane that is not one of my base planes, the front back, top bottom, or the left right. It's going to be a plane that is tangent to my cylinder. So tangent plane, I'm going to create or click on the face of my cylinder. Let's go to the front view. So you can see it's right there at the top of my design. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I could rotate it around the cylinder if I needed to, but it's at 0 degrees, which is exactly where I want it, and we'll click OK. Now we're going to create sketch, and we're going to select our newly created plane that is tangent to my cylinder. All right, now, what would have made this easier if I'd have gone back to my extrusion, if I had made it symmetrical. So let's undo, let's go back, see how my origin is at the bottom edge of my cylinder I created. Let's undo creating a sketch. Let's undo creating the plane. Let's right click on our extrusion, right click, edit feature, and our direction. Let's change it from one-sided to symmetric. Let's change the distance to 10. All right, so what I've done, now here's my sketch that's on the front back plane. I have now gone 10 millimeters in both directions for a total of 20. Okay. Let's click OK. Now let's see what the change is when I go back. Let's re-add our construction plane. I didn't have to delete that, but tangent plane, okay, creates a construction plane that is tangent to a cylindrical face or conical face. So tangent plane, let's select our cylinder. We're at 0 degrees. Good. Let's click OK. Create sketch. Select our new construction plane. Now what happened there? The origin's now in the center of my design. So I'm making it easier on myself. I wanted to show you the difference between in the extrusions. Okay. Now, I could have centered my design as 20 millimeters wide. I'm going to create a 10 millimeters rectangle, 10 millimeter wide rectangle. I could have positioned it 5 millimeters from the lower edge, for example, of my design, and I would have centered the rectangle. Now, having gone symmetrical in my extrusion, I can simply go, let's create a rectangle. Instead of a 2-point rectangle, I'm going to go center rectangle. The origin's now the center of my design. Click. I want it to be 10 millimeters wide. And I can go as far out as I want. I could go the diameter 60, so 60 would put me on the edges. Right? Okay, good. Enter. I could go farther out if I wanted. Finish sketch. Home position. Let's extrude. And I'm going to cut down 30 millimeters. Type in -30. All right. Click OK. And we're done. So we've seen a symmetrical extrusion for the first time, I believe, in class. So we're introducing all these extrusion tools kind of as we go, mixing them in on you. We've seen a construction plane for the first time. It's more specific. We've seen the tangent plane. And we'll do a lot more with construction planes as we work through class. All right, that's the end of this project. There'll be a new video soon for exercise 2. I'll see you then.